You continue to meddle in the affairs of Nigeria to the extent whereby you are presenting a stumbling block to the emancipation of the kingdom of God. The children of light, United Kingdom will be decimated. Because you're very proud and very arrogant, because you think that your Caucasian, your white, you can do anything and get away with it. You may think that the situation of the UK has nothing to do with Biafra, but I can assure you categorically that it has. If you do not stop meddling in Nigeria, if you do not stop this, your, should I say, perverted, racist devotion to keeping people who shouldn't be one together in one monstrous entity called the Islamic Republic of Nigeria, believe you me, God Almighty in heaven will destroy Britain beyond recognition. And it started to happen already. It is happening already. I warned you and I told you, you may disregard the accusation for Biafra and tag it as nothing. Because you came, you saw, you conquered and you colonized. But I'm warning you today, if you continue, the wrath of God will be upon you. As I warned the zoo many years ago, if you don't allow we Biafrans to go, that zoological republic called Nigeria will be a worse place than Somalia. And today it is happening. And if you have not applied for your Somalian visa, please try and do so. If that's a Somali visa, try and do so as quickly as possible, because the zoo is on the path of destruction, and there is nothing man can do to reverse it. Mark today's date and what I'm telling you. Nigeria will be destroyed beyond human comprehension. So says the Lord of hosts. Anything I tell you here is gospel. Anything I open my mouth to tell you must come to pass. Because Almighty determined that we should come.
Greetings, my wonderful people. Welcome back again to Papa Media. This is 3rd of May 2026, and I am back again to share with you some videos we go expose you to some secrets that is going on in Nigeria right now. And all of these secrets, my people, now to stop Biafra. If we look into all that is happening in this country called Nigeria right now, everything where they go on right now to either discourage Biafrans for pursuing Biafra freedom or to end Biafra agitation forever, my people. When I hear what our leader Martin Nandekano talk in the beginning of this video, when I hear this when he talk, how Britain, everything, their collaboration with Nigeria government to stop Biafra. But according to the prayer when he prayed inside that broadcast, he said that they will not succeed. And they are going to suffer for whatsoever pain they have made Biafra gone through in Nigeria. Everything what they do now to keep Nigeria, to retain Nigeria as one, so that Nigeria will remain as one entity. Even when they don't say Nigeria is not meant to exist at all. So right now, I'm going to be playing 2 other videos where they explain to you in detail everything that is going on. Your only duty right now is to watch this video to the very end. I beg, as you watch out with open mind, so that you can be able to understand and digest what is going on right now. The first video that you are going to be watching right now says, Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra agitation is my problem, not insecurity.
Hiding agenda to stop Biafra movement crashed. I repeat, hiding agenda to stop the Biafra movement and ideology crashed. Biafrans, gather here and listen to this exposition today. And I can assure you, you will never regret the data you waste in watching it. This one just happened yesterday, which is a Sunday, the 3rd day in the month of May, in the year of 2025. The agenda to stop Biafra, it don't crash, unbelievable, but truth overcomes it all. Okay, as you are listening to this, our sister Queen Capon Media, please endeavor to share this message, let it go viral. And you need to understand that every message you see that it got to do with Biafra is very, very important. You share it to the general public. Because it might not be, you might not use the message to do anything, but someone out there is going to learn 1 or 2 things from it. So please endeavor to share any message that comes to your desktop or to your phone that have everything to do with Biafrans. Okay, please let us listen to this. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has sponsors on the Buho to turn against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And according to them, said, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra agitation is my problem, not insecurity. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I took this one. Say Nnamdi Kanu and the agitation say, I be a problem. Say, if they like, let them buy all the hoes of and say, he knows send it. Now waiting to Tinubu talk, don't be talking. Oh yeah, let us listen from this, our sister, Queen Capon Media. And whatever you have to say over this matter, drop it at the comment section.
In the country, who they talk this one? Now President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, now waiting in talk, say Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra agitation. Now it be the only problem when you get in Nigeria, and not the insecurity going on in Nigeria. And again, in conclusion of this write-up, it said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu sponsored Sunday Igbo's agitation. This one, you don't understand that, right? Wow. You know what? This video will explain them well, so that you will see how Tinubu sponsored Sunday Igbo when he was doing agitation for the Yoruba nation. And you know, watch the video. More secrets there here.
No, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we didn't have fun, those Sunday Igbo.
na this agitation from the Igbo na-eme since na ọ bụghịkwa real agitation o na ihe ha na-eme nwekwa ka ha were ya scata the seat of President Muhammad Buhari na ka e were ya disrupt all his this thing, his seat as a president mgbe ọ were president kịka ọ lara na mmụọ. My people, Chineke nna lekwa anya ọ ya mere President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ji wee sị na the insecurity ọ bụrụ na ị watchịrị that current interview ọ gara ọ sị that the insecurity na-emenụ na Nigeria that is not his business, that his only business is IPOB, that his only problem is Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Ụmụnne m ga-ahapụ unu watch this video. Let me not talk too much. Watch the video.
Happy New Month to you all. Alright, let's go straight to this video. You know, often I used to hear that Tinubu is a master strategist. He's very smart, and sometimes I don't dispute that statement. He is a strategist, but most of the time, his strategy will always lead him to doing evil, doing what is not good, discrediting him. I'm not saying that he's not a strategist. He is, but his strategies are not helping him at all. Now, before Omoyele make this statement, I have been hearing it from different sources, and I believed it even before Omoyele made this statement. Take a listen.
The Sunday Igboho struggle you are saying is funded by Tinubu. Yes, because the problem at that time was that Tinubu was having issue with Buhari up north. They weren't going to accept him as a candidate. And he looked at it and said, I helped you guys to get to power. You guys don't want my candidacy. I'm going to tell the new people to leave. Started funding them. They are not denying it. So, Buhari being who he is, came and tried to kill Sunday Igboho. Without informing the governor of Oyo State, they brought a special forces from Abuja to come and kill Sunday Igboho. Sunday Igboho was in that house that day, but he was hiding. Before they came back, he had jumped the fence. Even when he was in Benin Republic, he had injuries that they were hiding from you. And he left that night. He left Nigeria that night. They wanted to kill him so that Tinubu will know that they are not playing. That's what happened. So Tinubu had to retreat. Because it was based on their own security intelligence that Buhari Tinubu was behind them. But they had already achieved what he wanted to achieve, which was to scare the Buhari people to know that he has the capacity to disrupt the country. And you know, an average northerner, with due respect to them, their issue is unity. If you want to appeal to the north, just say that unity, no Allah. Anybody that discusses anything other than unity is the enemy of the north.
Yes, it could be surprising, right? That Tinubu was indirectly funding Sunday Igboho to, agitate to, let me say, disturb, use the word disturb, or challenge Buhari's administration. The purpose, for me, it's not well understood. Even no matter what Omoyele is saying, for me personally, I don't understand the motive till today. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because Tinubu, who understands how agitation used to challenge governments, especially the government of Muhammadu Buhari, he understood that IPOB challenged the administration, the arrest, the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu, the international attention, the protests here and there, to the proscription of IPOB, like it was so challenging. So when Tinubu was coming out to becoming Nigeria president, so he was happy that time Buhari's administration, through the office of the Malami AGF, have kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from there. So Tinubu was at rest. When he became president, so people were thinking that Tinubu will release Nnamdi Kanu. But Tinubu had a strategy. For him, Nnamdi Kanu will be free, but when I'm about to leave as Nigerian president, I will just ask them to leave me either through amnesty or any means. But since I am the president of the country, I will make sure that this man do not disturb my administration. Like what I witnessed under Buhari, I can't stand that. This man disturbed me. My administration will look like a cankerworm, like people will say that I did not try. Anyway, he got it totally wrong, because even Buhari's administration is now better than his own. Yes, he got it totally wrong. So that is why Tinubu make sure that Nnamdi Kanu will not be released. A lot of people approach him diplomatically. They try to use political solution. For Tinubu, Nnamdi Kanu remaining in detention or in prison till the end of my tenure is not the problem. For him, it's not the problem. His mission is simple. No agitation is going to disturb me. As a person who have funded agitation to disturb another government, I understand what it is. I witnessed Nnamdi Kanu's agitation, or IPOB agitation, or Biafra agitation, disturbing Muhammadu Buhari's administration. So I'm going to put it in somehow, to make sure that this man did not disturb me. That is not the only strategy. As time goes on, he picked Bianco Ojukwu. Bianco Ojukwu's appointment was strategic. Yes, he's not just an ordinary minister, he's strategic. And when he picked Bianco Ojukwu, that time, Tinubu was battling the issue of Biafra agitation again. But at this point in time, not Nnamdi Kanu. So he was sending, what is it called, Ganduje, Shetima to Finland to tell them, they did all they could. They spent resources, so at the end they were able to silence Simon Ekberg, stopping them from Finland. When you look at all these things, you will see that these are strategies, let me put it in that way. But Tinubu should be seeing it now that these agitations are not just the problem. Because these agitations were based on the reality of crime. Look at the killings, look at everything going on. It is more than enough for every agitation to scrap in Nigeria. Guess what? It is the same Tinubu that is now telling us that he is very, very stubborn politician, that we continue to borrow money and people sponsoring insecurity to discredit him, that it doesn't concern him. Do you understand that? People sponsoring insecurity to disturb him doesn't concern him. But what concerns him is the Biafra agitation, because it is going to disturb him. Master strategist. You get it?
You hear it very clearly. Now the only problem he have is Biafra agitation and Nnamdi Kanu. If they like, say bandits can buy all the whole people in Nigeria. You, where they shout one Nigeria as an Igbo man, you don't hear them. More death is going to occur in this regime if Tinubu continues. But to me, I wish he continues so that the 250 million useless Nigerians will learn their lessons, minus the Biafrans.
Now, and then let's continue to talk about the issue of appointment of Bianca Ojukwu. So, Bianca Ojukwu was appointed as Minister of Foreign Affairs, but state, that is the junior minister. But recently, that was day before yesterday, she was appointed the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the main one, after the resignation of the former boss. So, appointing Bianca Ojukwu that time junior minister of Foreign Affairs is very strategic. Now, Bianca Ojukwu was going out to meet diplomats, international people. So, whenever they see the issue of Biafra agitation, apart from America, so whenever they see the issue of Biafra agitation, they always like to ask Bianca Ojukwu, how is your government responding to the issue of agitation? So Bianca Ojukwu is now in a strategic position to tell them that, I am the wife of late Odumegu Ojukwu, who declared the Biafra independence before, that did not work, and he led to the war, he fought for the Biafra, but after the war, we reconciled with Nigeria, and my husband told them that if the Biafra is not necessary, so we have reunited with Nigeria. So everybody you are seeing agitating, they are just causing nuisance. This is Jagaban's strategy. Now, she's the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Now, I'm not saying that she's not supposed to be a minister. No, that is not what I'm saying. No? I'm trying to explain Tinubu's strategy or strategies for you. And that is why you are seeing today the issue of detention of Nnamdi Kanu is totally different from everything you can think or imagine. Yeah. The other time, even Alexoti was saying that Nnamdi Kanu will soon be released. There are not many politicians who speak to who are sincere. Only few of them. And few of them who can come out to talk the reality and what is happening, they can never come out to tell you what Tinubu told them. Yes, Alexoti met Tinubu about Nnamdi Kanu. Alexoti cannot tell you what Tinubu told them. But Nnamdi Kanu will soon be released. That is what they are going to tell you. Why? Because Tinubu don't want to. Tinubu still needs second term. Till the end of his administration, he will not talk about the release of Nnamdi Kanu. This is just a clear strategy to making sure that this man did not distract him, or this man did not disturb him. Telling you this is a strategy. But now Tinubu should be knowing the reality that Biafra agitation is not the problem. In fact, as bad as Nigeria is at this moment, it is a crime to humanity that there is no agitation. Like, everybody is disappearing, bandits are killing, Boko Haram are killing, terrorists are everybody killing, dead, and the nation is just calm. That is to tell you that it is beyond the chance. It's psycho conditioning. The people have been hypnotized. They have been psycho conditioned to believe that no, this is the way of life, this is the way to go. Anyway, you see, no matter how you try to build a castle or a shed just to make sure you cover the ray of sun from you, that will not make the sun not to be up there. That will not make the sun not to rise or to set. The sun will always be sun. It will shine forth its light. So it is left for you either to cover it or not to cover it. Guess what? The same people who told you that Nnamdi Kanu have never carried gun, whom Nigeria government said they did not find anything incriminating. But the brokers he made, they said it's because of the brokers, they are sentencing him to life imprisonment, even death sentence. Before Motosho said he read the Bible and said because of God's mercy and international communities found at the death sentence, so they are giving him life sentence. And you know what? All these things they are doing has nothing to do with what they say Nnamdi Kanu commits. I told you these things time without number. I explained all these things before. I said that the insecurity in the southeast is a man-made insecurity. that the southeastern governors are responsible for the political insecurity. They arm boys. They arm the boys to say that they are Biafra dictators, they are ESN, they are this, they are that. And I challenge a lot of people. First of all, you see, or you must have heard Popus of them said it on Chinese television. He said it while we were meeting in Imo State at that time. Like, he don't hide it, that this insecurity in the south is not about IPOB. We politicians cause it. But nobody want to amplify what he's saying. Why? Because there was a target, and the target was on the Kano. Now, how would you imagine that people, the faces you know on the internet, who are carrying guns up and down, Nigeria Army captured them, they leave them. You people should reason. You people should reason. You people should reason. Governors buying Igbo for people they call ESN people. They buy Igbo, go and give them governors. You people should reason that these are state-sponsored insecurity. You know, government is very deep. Government can go to every extent to do whatever they want to do. Other allegations came on how the governors are sending them to go and kidnap people, kidnap this, or even go and kidnap Ugochire. And Ugochire escape assassination. All these videos. The video evidence of what I'm talking about. Right. People should understand that no insecurity, no insurgency that can last not even 48 hours, so in 1 month, if the government is not behind it. So, Nnamdi Kanu was set up. They set him up. Because he formed a vigilante group, so they have to arm others like prototype. Started doing it. But you know what? No matter everything that is going on, Southeast remains the most peaceful place now. Courtesy of who? Courtesy of who? If you say it is the courtesy of Nigerian army, why can't the Nigerian army restore peace in Benue and in Plateau? Like, we should be logical now. If you say it is the Nigerian army, the Nigerian soldiers that brought peace to the Southeast, why can't they bring that peace to Benue or no other places? No, they are not. The insecurity there before was government sponsored. So their target was put to prison. And everything happened. In fact, their target was civilians. They couldn't kill innocent civilians. You saw how they shot that guy in Delta. This is the way they have been killing Igbos. And if you talk, they say you are Igbo. Now let me tell you what Igbos have been facing since. If that guy they shot at, that they said about wedding issue in Delta, if it is in Imo, or Abia, or Ebonyi, or Anambra, you know what you are going to get? Police shot one IPOB member when he was delivering gun. That is the way they are going to wrap it up. But you know what? It is what it is. Okay? It is what it is. Relax. Will always be the reality. No matter what is going on. This movie is going to end. And when it ends, people will know the truth.
Children, I don't hear right, and I don't see everything now. Are you still confused? There's another video that I'm about to play for you right now. So that video says, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration invited the United States of America to defend him. I'm going to allow you right now to listen to this particular exposition that Barrister Darlington made. My people, it's very shocking. Follow me listen to this. Please, don't forget to like this video and equally share it. Let other people be aware of these expositions.
It's not working. Even the white man that brought this here, he knew that it will not work. That's why he said, after 100 years, after 100 years, I will not pass 100 years. The best thing is to call a meeting of the regions, especially the northern region. I told you, the union is over. Can we go our separate way so that this killing and all this, it will stop? So that you cannot be using the resources of the south to pay bandits and the kidnappers and terrorists. Because 80% of the money that they are being used to pay them, where did it come from? No, tell me, where did the money come from? Is it not from the southern region here? So when you now kidnap yourself over there, you can now use your own money to pay them. Maybe when you see the pitch, you know whether you will stop it or not. I am beginning to think that Tinubu invited the Americans to protect him. Maybe for what he wants to do. He is not very sure of his protection and all that. And so he invited them here. Because since they came, they have not done anything of significant importance to the insecurity, the devil in Nigeria. So I'm beginning to think, I'm suspecting, I'm not too sure, but I'm suspecting that he brought them here, maybe for protection and all that. That is what they do. It will be impossible for Tinubu to confront the North with the way things are going and with whatever agreement he signed with them. He have been banding about. You know, they are threatening him with the promise that it is not the promise you made, that is not the agreement we had. That they are not going to give him 65% of the vote again. But you remember, they have said it severally. So, with all these things, Tinubu may not be in the mood to confront them. Because if he's a strong leader, he would have done something before the Americans come in here now. He would have done something. If he's truly a strong leader, I don't see anybody who will criticize it if you go after the terrorists. The North will even be happy that he has cleared this guy for them, but he doesn't have the will to do that. He doesn't. Have you seen him make any statement against this terrorist? I mean, any statement warning them or threatening them? He has not. So keeping quiet is because he cannot afford to say it and offend them. Remember, one northern leader told you and I one time that an attack on Boko Haram is an attack on the North. And when Jonathan wanted to exterminate them with General Ibeka, the North fled up. They fled up and was writing petition that this man want to exterminate them. This man was, you know. And so with all that criticism, Jonathan had to withdraw General Ibeka, and they came back in full force. So the North have always been in bed with these terrorists, and the facts are there. There were two Northerners who Obasanjo wanted to help reach out to the terrorists so that they can end this thing. Immediately they finished the meeting with Obasanjo and go back to the North. They killed the two of them. They killed the two of them. So these people is like the one.
And they hear them. The same thing why they complained before about how we are leaving some charlatans that have been masquerading as freedom fighters in Biafra land. We have left them for a very long time. We have ignored them. That is the reason why anybody can come out and say whatever they like against us, against our struggle, and against what we believe on. The Northerners cannot tolerate that. The Fulanis cannot. The Yorubas cannot. Only the Igbos will tell you nothing they happen. He's just looking for attention. Only the Igbos will tell you this, nothing they happen. But something they happen. We are losing it every blessed day. Anyway, I don't have much to say again. Here I go take a break and I will hear more of these videos as we proceed. Have a nice day, and I wish us all the best in this new week. Today is the 4th day in the month of May in the year of 2026. It is well with all our souls. Kenishan.